There are many ways to change the colors of an image in Adobe Photoshop. One way is by using our adjustment layers. To do so, I can change the color of this tea kettle from green to a different color by clicking on my adjustment layers icon down here in the lower right hand corner and then clicking on hue saturation. If I change the hue slider, I can make my kettle a completely different color, such as purple. If I want to see what my differences look like, one way to do this is by using the history panel and seeing where you started and how it's ended. You can also use these eyeball icons next to the layers to hide or show those different effects. If I like this effect, but I don't want the rest of the background to have that same look, I can use the built-in layer mask option within my layers panel for that adjustment layer so that it doesn't apply everywhere. For instance, if I want it to apply only to the background but not to the rest of the kettle, I can do that. I can also go ahead and make a new adjustment layer targeting only a particular part of the image. I'm going to do this kind of poorly so you can see how it works, but you could do this in a much more careful way if you wanted to. I'm going to use my lasso tool and zoom in just on the kettle to highlight just this part around the kettle, and then we'll be able to highlight or apply the effect only in this part of the image. I'm going to go a little farther down to get this shadow here that's on the countertop. There are a lot of different selection tools that you can use within Photoshop, including some that choose it by color range, some that focus on following the shapes, such as the magnetic lasso tool. No matter what method you choose, you can always refine it later by using your layer mask options. So now if I've created this outline, I can add a new adjustment layer in the same way, but it will now apply only to that area that I have selected, and I could change the hue to the same sort of purplish, pink, or whatever you want. I'm going to zoom back out, and now you can see that it's only applied in that particular area and doesn't affect the background of the image.